Good morning, everyone. Having my morning coffee sitting on my patio. Breeze is blowing. Sun's not shining under here yet, so it makes it real nice and comfortable. Just listening to the morning sounds. I've got my pile of wood over here. I got it out of the vehicle yesterday and piled it up against the house. That's what I'll be working on today. That's one reason I'm doing this little video this morning, because I'm not going to try to video the floor. There's too much to do with the bedroom floor, too much stuff to move, and it's going to be really hard to try to video that just by myself. So I'll show you the finished product. And I'm hoping my hummingbirds come around to the feeder this morning. I just heard one kind of fly by, but I guess he got spooked hearing me talk. So we'll see. Move over just a tiny bit. Don't want to block the view if they do come to the feeder. I got to clean out those feeders again. Oh, that's good coffee this morning. I went and picked up a bottle of creamer yesterday with toilet tissue and all this stuff that you don't really want to buy, but you got to buy. Really didn't get any groceries. I did buy some ground beef, and that was all, because I've got so much in my freezers already that I need to use that up. But I did buy toilet tissue. I bought a toilet seat. Haven't got it put on yet, but I did buy a new one, because the other one is starting to look pretty bad. Yeah, I just got a few things that I was out of, like coffee, creamer. Yeah, really no food. Spent almost $100 and basically no food at all. Already got food here, so my generous subscriber has saw to that. I've got a freezer full of food. Now I just need to get it out and start cooking it, all of it, which I've been doing, but you know, I only cook so much at one time, so. Yeah, I just love to hear the sound of that wind blowing this morning. It's not dusty, so it's not blowing dust in my face. I hear the birds. I hear the traffic on the highway. It's just nice to sit out here and have your cup of coffee in the morning. I bought a new creamer. Can't think of the name of it. Maca something. Caramel maca. It's really good. First time I've ever used it. Makes you want to keep sipping on it. Yeah, I wish these flowers, my blanket flowers, would go ahead and bloom so I can mow the yard. Because I really don't have any grass in my yard. It's all wildflowers. I found wildflowers is about the only thing I can get to live on these rocks in my yard. And in this part of the summer, you know, it gets so hot and dry that nothing lives out there. Everything just turns brown. But they've spread quite a bit all over the yard. And I figure if I let them at least bloom and spread seed this year, By next year, I should have a pretty full yard. So when I mow, it'll look like grass. I mean, if I mowed right now, it would look like I got a yard full of grass when I don't. I see one or two little blanket flowers out there across the yard that are blooming. I don't know if I can show it to you. But some of them are. There's one there. Where was the other one? I don't know. I saw 2 or 3 of them out there, but yeah, there's one right there. And I've saw buds on most of them, so they're getting ready to bloom. And you can see my moonflower, like I said, it's drooped down. So it's going to turn into a seed pod now. I'm just waiting for my other ones to open, which they'll be open anytime. There's quite a few of them out there, so hopefully more than one will open at a time from now on. I hear a hummingbird. See him? He just flew. I'm going to be real quiet. Maybe he'll light on the feeder. He's at the other feeder. Oh, he flew off before I could get the camera up there. But he was drinking at the feeder, y'all. He'll be back, I'm sure. I didn't bring my tall tripod out here. This morning I brought the... Hopefully they'll come back to this one. I need both of them on the same side, or all 3 of them on the same side of the patio. But I got 1 on one side and 2 on the other, so I never know which side he's going to. Oh, that's good. Good. Yeah, I got to take that pile of wood back here and do something with it. That's $204 worth of plywood back there. And you might wonder, well, why in the world would you leave it sitting there overnight? Well, I got security cameras. If somebody was brave enough to come up here on my patio and steal it, guess what? They're on video. So they would get caught. They would get turned in. I have no problem with doing that. This is just a lazy Saturday morning. I really don't want to get to doing nothing. I just want to be lazy. But things don't get done if I just sit and be lazy. My car needs to be washed because, oh, it's so dusty. And since it's parked under the carport, when it rains, the rain doesn't wash the dust off of it. That's the only drawback of having your car parked under a carport. If it's out in the open, it does get washed off every time it rains. I found that out. The only problem is if it hails, you might get a few dents. Yeah, I got lots to do. But I love sitting out here listening to the birds, and listening to my little water fountain go, and just listening to the traffic. And y'all, you know, for a long time I've been saying I want to hit 3,000 subscribers. Well, the last time I checked, I got 3,026 subscribers. Woohoo! Woohoo to me. Now I want 4,000. There's a squirrel running down the top of that privacy fence over there. It looks so funny. And I meant yesterday to cut another cutting and put it in that one last pot over there. Well, I think I did that, yeah. Just happened to remember I did that yesterday. So now I got a rose cutting in each one of my green pots along the property line. All my watermelons are growing good. We'll see if we have any watermelon on them, the vines. Oh, my nose itches this morning. There's a lot of traffic out there for a Saturday morning. I guess everybody's going to get their groceries early this morning. My neighbor going by, Mary and Jim. I even hear crickets this morning. I went to Walmart yesterday to pick up the toilet tissue and a few other things that I needed to get. The essentials, not the stuff you want. That place was so busy. We joked about it because every time I'd go around the end of a counter, I'd almost have a head-on collision with another basket. And all of us started laughing about it. And we said they need traffic lights at each end of these counters. almost collided with two of the employees pushing those carts that they bring out with merchandise on it that they put up on the shelves. Because, I mean, when you get to the end of the row and you start to go around the end, you can't see if there's anybody out there, till you get around there and almost hit them. And they can't see you. They don't know you're coming. So it was funny. But yeah, Walmart was busy yesterday. I guess everybody wanted to get out and get their groceries before the crowd hit. And the crowd had already hit. I've got a few tomato plants that I know need to be transplanted. Where I planted those slices of tomatoes. And I've got 4 and 5 tomato plants coming up in a little clump. Some of them are big enough that I can probably transplant them now. So I need to thin those out and move them to other pots. Because you leave them clumped together like that, there's only probably going to be 1 or 2 that are going to survive. They'll kill the other ones out. And I've got open pots waiting to transplant some of those tomato plants in. So they're not going to go to waste. And I told everybody that when I was cleaning and moving stuff around and doing the floor in the hallway and everywhere, I put that new soldering iron up where it would be handy. I still can't find it. I had one of my subscribers send me a new one. I still haven't found the other one. And the other one's a new one too because I had just gotten it. And then yesterday, I was trying to find a pair of ballet slippers that I sold on Poshmark. And I had moved all that stuff out of the bedroom where I keep it stored until I sell it. And I know I put that box with the ballet slippers back in that room with everything else that I've got listed on Poshmark. Guess what? I can't find that box with the ballet slippers in it. I mean, something as big as a shoebox. It's like, okay, did it just dig a hole and bury itself? Because I can't find it. I've looked everywhere. I went through closets. I said, I know good and well I did not stick that box back up in my closet because I knew it was on sale at Poshmark. I know I left it right in there in the tub. I have a big tote that's full of stuff that's listed on Poshmark. And then I've got some stuff that's kind of stacked around it. And I've got some stuff hanging in the closet in that room that's for sale. And I knew I would have put those ballet slippers right back there. I can't find them, y'all. And I know I'm not losing my mind. I know those slippers were there. And as big as that box is, you can't hide it. So did Mr. Magoo come in my house and start taking stuff just for the heck of it? Y'all tell me. I even emptied that tote that I've got. I've got one of those really big totes. I emptied that tote to make sure the box wasn't down in the bottom of it, which I knew it wasn't because I didn't put the shoebox in that tote. I put it on top of it or at the end of the bed. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. So I had to message the person on excuse me. I had to message the person on Poshmark that bought it, and I said, it's been delayed because the ballet slippers have been misplaced. I said, I will understand if you want to cancel your order. I mean, that's all I can do because I can't find them. And I know they were right there. Stranger things have happened, y'all. I put things away for safekeeping and then I can't find them. They're safe, all right. They're safe from me and everybody else. They're safe from the whole world, including me. So I don't know. That, like the soldering iron, I'll come across it accidentally one day when I'm not even looking for it. I'll be looking for something else. And I'll find it. But I can't take the listing down off of Poshmark right now because it's listed as sold. And once the item is sold, you can't delete it out of the system. She'll have to cancel the order, or they give you 3 days to ship it. And if you don't ship it in 3 days, they return the money to the customer, which that's what they're going to have to do. And, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I hate it. I hate selling something and then have misplaced it to where I can't ship it out to the person that bought it. But, oh well. Like I said, stranger things have happened. Listen to those birds. There's really not any birds at the feeders this morning, except for the hummingbirds that come to the hummingbird feeders here. And usually they're so used to me being out here, they just fly right by my head. It don't bother them a bit. They'll go right into the feeders with me sitting here talking. But it's probably a new set of birds or something. Or maybe the young ones that have come this year. And they don't seem to be that used to me. Oh, my eyes are full of gook. I got all the grass pulled out of my walkway over there the other day. Yeah, like I said, the only time you can do stuff like that is when it's rained real hard and it's got the ground real soft. Then you can pull that grass out of between the rocks. And I know I got that cement to fix the cracks, but I've got so many cracks in this back walkway and this back patio, I don't know if I could fix them all. Plus, you need to take the water hose and wash it all off and get the dirt off before you put it down. And, you know, I'm not supposed to do that. They've got us restricted to where you can't wash your sidewalk or your patio off with the water hose. They want you just to take a blower or a broom, which I've been doing. And I got me a new broom yesterday. It's funny, because when I was cleaning off the walk on the other side of the house one day, and I had it on video, one of my subs left a comment, "Looks to me like you need a broom." And I said, yeah, it's down to a nub. I've used it so much. So I made it a point. I put a broom on my list when I went to Walmart yesterday, and I bought me a new straw broom, because that's about the only thing you can sweep this concrete off with, is one of those stiff broom straw brooms. I had one of the little plastic ones that's good to get the dust and stuff off your floor, but it didn't work on this concrete. And I don't like to get the blower out every time, because it stirs up too much dust, and even though I wear a face mask, I still breathe it. Yeah, so hopefully my blanket flowers will be all blooming pretty soon. And they'll drop a bunch of seeds, and I'll be able to get out here and mow. And I'm not going to mow down my bluebonnets that are at the corner of the yard out there, and the corner of my carport. Wildflowers have a mind of their own. You can plant, like I did that summer, I planted them all in the rock garden. Not a one came up in the rock garden. Every one of them come up in the yard. And I told my friend that, because he'll buy wildflowers because he knows that I grow them out here in my yard. And he plants them and rakes them and he waters them. And I said, you're doing it wrong. I said, just throw them out wherever you want them. Don't rake them. Don't water them. Don't do nothing. Just throw them out. And I said, they might not come up till the next year, but when they do, you'll have them all over your yard. Because I told him, they're not coming up where you plant them, not wildflowers. They've got a mind of their own. They're going to come up where they want to come up. That's one reason I leave them in the yard and let them grow. Not only to cover the yard so it looks like I got grass when I mow, but also when the plants come up in your yard, you can go around and carefully pull them up with the roots and transplant them. Sorry about that. I'm congested this morning from allergies. But you can transplant them. So I go around the yard and I pull up the blanket flower plants and I transplant them into the rock garden. That's the only way you can get them to grow where you want them to grow. Now, when they drop seeds, the ones that survive, that are in the rock garden, some of them may come up in the rock garden next year. Some of them may not. But I found that's the only way you can get them to grow where you want them, is to wait till the plants come up and then transplant them. And I've got my rock garden right now on the side of this house just full of blanket flowers, zinnias, marigolds. Of course, the marigolds and the zinnias are just little bitty seedlings. And I think I planted 4 o'clocks. Bunch of other stuff. I don't know if it'll all come up. But I said all those flowers, if they do come up and bloom, they're going to be really pretty. Ooh, and there's little Buddy. There's little Buddy. Yep, there's little Buddy. You sit in my lap, huh? Little Buddy come to say hello. Yeah, little Buddy come to say hello. I don't know where you're going. I don't know where you're going. You want to be petted. Yeah, he wants to be petted. He's going to fall. He's going to lay down and go sleep. Yeah, he's going to lay down and go sleep. I'll show you. He's in my lap. You going to get up there on the table and lay down? Yeah, I think he's going to get up on the table and lay down. He's got more room up there and he don't slide off the table. He'll slide off my lap. And he's still shedding. Oh, goodness. I think basically he's just started shedding. You hear those chickens, little Buddy? You hear the chickens? Let's see if I... Yeah, he's right behind the camera. with his back to me. He's checking the camera out. You checking the camera out, huh? He's something else. He really is. And the hummingbirds don't seem to mind little buddy. They'll come to the feeders even if he's on the patio. 'Cause he gets plenty to eat. He don't bother the birds. He doesn't bother the little hummingbirds. You reckon that chicken just laid an egg? I don't know if it's true or not, but they say they cackle like that right after they lay an egg. But I don't know. Maybe just stories. Might be just stories, huh, little buddy? Well, at least you got to see a hummingbird. He was flying up in the corner of the screen when I first started the video. And he's the one that keeps coming back, but he doesn't want to stay with me here talking. Oh, well. You hear something? Hmm? You hear something, little buddy? He's behind the camera. Taking his bath. Grooming himself. And I got a hummingbird, but he's at the other feeder. They always go to the feeder that I don't have the camera on. Where are you going, huh? Where are you going? Hmm? Got fuzz flying in my face, itching my nose. You gonna lay down or try to? You know my lap's not big enough for you to lay down in. You're too big. I gave little buddy some medicine this morning. Good gracious, all that hair. Oh. Well, y'all, I finished my coffee. Chatted with y'all a little bit. I guess I need to end my video and get in there and get something done. I'm going to show you where he's at right now. He went to the other side of the table. And he's laying down. He likes hanging out on the table. He always has. People don't want to see you cleaning your butt. People in your butt. Well, I got to get stuff done. It's been fun hanging out with everybody this morning, having my morning coffee. But if I don't end this video and get busy, I'm not going to get anything done. Am I, little buddy? Now you going to get right in front of the camera? You going to get right in front of the camera? Silly cat. Well, don't put your butt right up to the camera. They don't. It's like he was posing for the camera with his butt stuck right up in the camera lens. That's funny. But anyway, I want to wish y'all a fantastic day. Do something fun. I'm going to be working with this wood for a while. That's going to be an all-day task. In fact, it's probably going to be a couple of days task, not just one. I might be working on it up into the night tonight. I don't know. I got to get the saw out. That's the only thing I don't like. I got to get all this equipment out to work with. I can't just work with the boards or work with the wood. I got to get the saw and all this other stuff out. But anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Find something fun to do. Think about me. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye. Love y'all.